After countless movie adaptations of famous musicals like Les Miserables, Hairspray, and the upcoming Cats, it's finally here. We are actually getting a Wicked movie. Wicked the Musical was one of the most famous and successful Broadway shows of all time, with show-stopping songs like Defying Gravity and The Wizard and I. It shot its original stars Idina Menzel and Kristen Chenoweth into stardom and allowed them to become household names. The songs are powerful, the writing is incredible, and the story is timeless. The stars of the Wicked movie will have an incredible amount to live up to, and we're pretty sure we know the two women who are up to the task, and it's going to change everything. Wicked, the musical beginnings. To start, let's freshen up on what Wicked actually is for those of you who haven't heard of it. Also, hey, where you been since the early 2000s when the musical first came out? Stuck under a house like the Wicked Witch of the East? Get it? Okay, moving on. Wicked was originally a novel published in 1995. Its full title was Wicked, The Life and Times of the Wicked Witch of the West, and was written by Gregory Maguire. It's a deeper look at the main players from the Land of Oz from the original novel The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, written by L. Frank Baum, and the world he created. Wicked was also, of course, created after the 1939 film with Judy Garland. The novel gives quite a different twist on characters we all knew and loved from the original Wizard of Oz. In 2003, the Broadway musical Wicked debuted and has been a staple of the musical world and pop culture ever since. The musical is about the witches in the Land of Oz, and the story starts before and continues after Dorothy arrives in Oz after falling from the sky in a tornado. The story centers around Elphaba, played by Idina Menzel of now Frozen fame, and Glinda, played by Kristen Chenoweth of Descendants fame, as well as many other roles. They are complete opposites and fall in love with the same person. It ultimately ends by showing how Elphaba became known to be the Wicked Witch of the West. Kristen and Idina played the roles with such heart and passion, it's hard to imagine who could take their place. But even they have some ideas of who could take up the mantle and continue on their legacy. Wicked the movie. So far, all we know about the movie is its release year. It should be around Christmas 2021, and a few of the people who will be on the production team. Stephen Daldry will be the director, Mark Platt will be producer, Winnie Holzman, who adapted the book for the stage, is on the writing team, and the original Wicked musical writer, Stephen Schwartz, is set to be on the team as well. As for who will be playing the leading witches, well, that's still up for debate, but more and more clues are leading us to believe it's two of our favorite girls. Ariana Grande as Elphaba? Last year, Ariana announced on Instagram that she would be performing on A Very Wicked Halloween, celebrating 15 years on Broadway, saying, quote, "Honored to be included in this celebration of 15 years of my favorite musical of all time. Heart emoji. Wouldn't miss it for the whole universe. Hashtag Wicked15. The singer performed, and we mean performed, the famous Elphaba song, The Wizard and I. Fans and critics alike were stunned to hear the pop vocalist hold so much control over her voice while also commanding the stage with such charisma and class. Sound like another woman who once played Elphaba? This performance, of course, sparked the very legitimate rumor that Ariana Grande could take over the role that Idina Menzel made so iconic and be the next green-faced Wicked Witch of the West. And if we're being honest, even though Ariana has always pulled off the angelic persona well, we can all tell there's a part of her that would be so good at playing someone as bad as Elphaba. Even Stephen Schwartz, the composer of the original musical, weighed in on the rumors. He said just a couple weeks ago in an interview with Gay Times, "The Wicked movie is not quite far enough along yet for us to really be talking about specific casting, but obviously everyone is very aware of the presence in the world of Ariana Grande and her extraordinary talent." He went on to say, quote, "We'd be fools for her not to be being seriously considered." Even though he went on in the interview to be pretty clear that anything can happen between now and then when filming starts, he seemed very into the notion of Ariana as Elphaba, and we definitely like this idea too. Dove as Glinda. We have been so stuck on the idea of Dove as Glinda, we honestly haven't been able to picture anyone else in the role. Just a couple of weeks ago, when fans were back to speculating and hoping that Ariana and Dove would be playing the leading ladies, Dove really did nothing to settle the gossip. If anything, her Twitter habits has made the speculation seem all the more solid that she will be playing Glinda Good Witch. Just weeks ago, Dove liked a tweet from a fan that said, "I see there's Wicked movie buzz being stirred up yet again, so just gonna speak into the universe yet again that at Dove Cameron and at Ariana Grande better be cast accordingly. Heart emoji." There's one particular fan that seems to be on the Dove and Ariana train, and this fan might have more pull than anyone. Kristen Chenoweth has been openly pushing for Dove and Ariana to be cast in the roles for quite a long time. In an interview with Entertainment Tonight, she was quoted talking about Dove in the role of Glinda. The role of Glinda requires a wide vocal range. She's got that. It is a big arc in the show. She starts out Glinda the bad and becomes. It's what makes her good. You see that? She's got the acting chops to do it, and you know, she's my baby. If I had a child, it would be Dove. We completely agree with Kristen. Also, doesn't it totally make you feel all the emotions knowing that Kristen Chenoweth grew so close to Dove on the set of The Descendants that she considers her a daughter? Heart equals warm. Kristen has also been Team Ariana for a while as well. She told Us Weekly, "I've been plugging for these two for a while. You know, it's Ariana and Dove for me." She continued by saying, "For sure, that's who I think is fit for the role, those two." This movie, with Ariana and Dove at the helm, will be an absolute game changer. There's something so right in knowing that the creators and actors of the original, universally loved musical approved of these two as the stars. We wholeheartedly believe that the chemistry, talent, and vocal chops of Ariana and Dove could make this the best musical to movie adaptation we've seen in a long time. Do you think Ariana and Dove will be great as Elphaba and Glinda? Let us know in the comments below.